Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the excitement is brewing for the final race of 2018 for the ADreach Ocean Heroes, also supported by Makassar Media and Hurricane Surf. They're great sponsors and they've contributed to making the series possible today. You can see that the guys are heading out to sea today in some treacherous conditions in a northeast, which is actually picking up to about 4 foot now. They're paddling 300 meters out to sea, and then they're going to head in for a dash around for the run leg, and then heading out to sea on the swim, and then final leg being the board leg. What are your thoughts of this format, and who do you think is going to hit the beach first, given that ski is one of the most important legs in this race?
Well, I'm going to have to contradict you there, Wade. I don't think the ski is going to be as important as it normally is, because we've actually halved the distance of the ski. And as we saw Gene come through, and he's a renowned ski paddler, and he got a third there. So obviously the ski is half the distance, so it's taken a big advantage away from all our ski paddlers. But if we have a look out there now, have a look at the size of the waves. So that's going to be the ski. So I'm going to start out there, and obviously come all the way through and do the transition here across the beach. Then they're going to make their way across for their is it board?
Last leg's board.
Sorry, last leg is board, and then the swim. So I think ideally this particular setup is going to definitely 100% favor your swimmers and your board paddlers. And as we saw earlier, Matt being a ski paddler, I think he's got a bit of a disadvantage. I know Brandon said that he's his favorite. On that, I think a few things have changed, and a few ideas will have changed.
Yeah, you can see the pier starting to fill up, which is a rare sight in Durban for an Ironman race. We haven't seen that in years, where piers getting filled by spectators from all around Durban, and hopefully our viewers from all around South Africa are going to tune in today and watch some of the best lifesavers around the country, show what they've got, put it out there, and hopefully either win or hit the podium positions. I know it's definitely getting my goosebumps going just watching these guys paddle out there, and just to know that this is the final. This is what counts. The Eliminators was a warm-up. Obviously a few competitors did get knocked out, but the Eliminator is where all the action happens. When they're paddling out on that swim, they've got to just grip and rip, really. It's just high stroke rates, and when that wave comes, they've got to go deep. Trevor Henley used to say to me, the water comes in on the top, and then on the way out, it goes in the bottom. So what does that mean? It means when you're swimming out, you've got to go really deep so that current can pull you out. And I think that's going to separate the winners from the losers here today. Now let's talk about the females, which we haven't given enough attention today. We've got Alice Edwards, who's truly a great competitor. You know, you never hear one negative word from her. She's always excited to race, and you know, I think she's going to be a role model in the future. And then followed by her, we've got Carmel Bilson, who's a fierce competitor, trained by Russell Sadler at Marine Surf Lifesaving Club, and she's also dominant. And then in third place, we got the likes of, you know, Paige Horn, or you know, even Tamron Mackay. You know, those competitors are fierce. Now, what are your thoughts on the women's race?
Yes, so Wade, the girls looked very strong. As I said, we saw Alice come across the line taking that first one. But Carmel, as we saw Matt also take a second in there, she's one of the older competitors, so she's definitely going to put her head up. And as you said, it's all about the Eliminator. If you can maybe just explain to us exactly the format now. Is the winner of the Eliminator going to go home with the title, or does it still include points? And did the first race mean anything, or is that first race just to get you into the Eliminator?
Yeah, that's a great question, Zark. Just from a competitor's perspective, does the first race mean anything? It always means something, and whether it's confidence or points, it definitely, you know, influences what's going to happen in the final race. The point score, it doesn't count towards the final race. This is it, winner takes all. So if you come across the line first, that's where you come. If you come second, you're second, and vice versa with the third place. So they're far out to sea now. They're probably sitting at about 300 meters, and they're getting ready to start. You know, everyone's jostling for a great position, and they're getting anxious to start today's race. I'm predicting Matthew's going to hit the beach first and then work into a strong run leg. I'm actually thinking he's going to put it out there a little bit too much, because the crowd's going to get him going. And I think that could work against him. You know, you've got to be a little bit conservative sometimes in these races. There's still swim and board leg to go. I think the likes of Luke Nisbet with his skills, I think he's going to be a huge contender today. But let's say they're paddling out there and the surf does stand up. someone like Conor Botha, I said Conor McGregor. I mean, imagine if he was racing out today, Jacques. He would just destroy them all before the final, wouldn't he?
I think the race will be starting on the beach, and we've just heard the siren go off now, and they're powering through. And as we said in the ladies' race, I think Carmel's going to definitely put it down hard because she's obviously a very strong peddler, and Alice also looks strong and comfortable. So I think those are your two favourites there in the girls, but Matt has got his work cut out here. As you said, I think my thought here is going to move more to Luke coming across here because, as we've seen, he's a phenomenal board and swimmer. So I think it'll favour them. And in the ladies, Alice also looked comfortable on the craft, and we know that Carmel can give it, as well as Tamarin. So those are the three in the ladies. So as we have a look out to sea now, you can talk us through this. Obviously, you've been a ski paddler and a seasoned ski paddler at that. And let's have a look and see who we've got out in front.
Yeah, I can tell definitely it's Matthew Bowman in front. His high stroke rate and his ability to catch runs is up there with the best in the world. He's pulled about a 20-meter lead on the rest of the pack. He's got a high stroke rate, and he knows that this leg is where he has to set up the race. He's increasing his stroke rate. He's going left, he's going right, and he's picking up every little runner possible because he knows that this can separate him from the pack and set him up for the whole race today. So if you're on the beach today, ladies and gentlemen, head out into the piers and see South Africa's best surf Ironman race in what we can call the final or the Eliminator. In first place, we got Matthew Bowman. And second, it's difficult to tell who it is. It looks like Jean Protro from my understanding. Matthew's picked up a wave. He's starting to paddle, slowing down his stroke rate. He's going to get over the little bump, but let's see if he can hold this wave to shore and make no mistakes, because this wave could set him up for the whole series. It looks like we have Luke Nisbet in third. Matthew's continuing to paddle hard. He wants to get down this little bit of foam. Make no mistakes, this athlete is one of the best in the world, one of the best in the country, and I think he's going to finish in the top three today if everything goes according to plan, ladies and gentlemen. Next to him is Jean Protro. He's a fierce competitor. Now we enter the run leg, ladies and gentlemen. The heart rates are going high. They're working hard along the beach. We got Jean Protro in first place, leading the experienced Matthew Bowman. They're striding ahead, working hard along the back break. And in third place, getting off a ski now, Luke Nisbet, chasing the front pack. Ladies and gentlemen, one or two competitors have fallen off the skis. Matthew Bowman, Jean Protro coming around the can first. Matthew knows this is the last leg. You can see the pier filling up with people. It's going to be a phenomenal race today.
As you said, this is the Eliminator. Have a look at the intensity. These guys have changed the tune. They've changed the gears. Have a look at Luke. He's having a look out in front. He's pressing hard. The intensity has gone up 3 or 4-fold. Matt's lifting his legs nice and high, trying to get into the rip. Have a look at them working hard. Jack comes one of the specialist swimmers. Buerta, look at him. He's using this little Daniel. He's pressing as hard as he can. He's in fourth at the moment. Have a look at Nisbet. Nisbet is working hard across the beach there now, and he's starting to porpoise. Matt's got his nose in front. Have a look at that chasing pack now. These look like swimmers. We saw them swimming earlier. So as I said, Matt has definitely got his work cut out for him. And Nisbet, as I said, he could be the favourite here. Let's have a look and see if we can have a look at the ladies, as I said. We see Carmel coming through nice and strong in second place. Alice in third. Let's have a look in front here. The banners are in the way.
So in the lead position for the ladies today, we have Paige Horn, followed by Carmel Bilson, followed by Elise Edwards, and hot on her tail is Tamarin Mackay. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. This is the final. These competitors are hurting. They're trying their best to push through those pain barriers and work as hard as they can through the break. It's tough out there by the pier. You'll notice that North Beach had a few issues in the past where they had to pump some sand, and what's that? It's basically killed the rip. They're still having to porpoise deep as they swim out. And in front position, it looks like Matthew Bowman is still leading. He's got that water polo stroke. He's swimming hard. He's got the kick up. He's approaching the first wave, and now he's going under. A little bit of a duck dive, and he's continuing. I can guarantee you he's hurting hard, and he knows if he keeps pushing and hits the back break first, that could mean a wave, that could mean the race. The tension, the excitement is here at North Beach in 2018.
I had a little chat to Matthew when he came out of that first of the Eliminators, and he came out second, and he had a little sly grin on his face, and he said he was holding it back on the swim. So everything is on the line now. He playing a little bit of cats and mouse now with the youngsters, and as I said to him, mate, the youngsters got your number in the swim. He just gave me a little wink, and he said I held back on that one. So definitely still out in contention. But as I said, Nisbet is definitely pressing hard, and that's not discount Buerta. Buerta is a phenomenal swimmer. And the ladies, as we saw, it was Paige that went out in front there. She looked nice and comfortable. A really good ski paddler by her, getting chased down by Carmel. Carmel also looked quite aggressive, but hot on her heels was Tamron and Alice. And Alice winning that first of the eliminators. But as Wade said, it's all about this final race. This is what is going to put you on the podium. The first one was just an appetizer. This is the main meal.
Okay, as you can see on the live stream, Matthew Bowman's just turned around the can. He's swimming hard. He's reaching out and pushing through the water. He knows that this could separate himself from the whole pack. He's increasing that stroke rate and swimming across. He knows he doesn't want to swim back into the rip, and he's using his brain now and his tactics as he's approaching the mid-break section. Matthew Bowman, he's a true competitor. He's a triple national representative, and he's got a heart of gold. This guy is going for the win today. He's not holding back. He knows that if he puts it out there, it can set him up for himself up for the whole series. In second place, Luke Nisbet. He's made a big push up into second place, and he's starting to catch Matthew. Luke Nisbet has got a great stroke rate, a great technique, and he's one of the best surf swimmers in the world. If you want to learn how to surf swim, Luke's the guy to learn from. And as they start to push in, now heading into the back break, you'll see they start looking for some waves, and know that one wave could make the difference between winning and losing. We've got some sets picking up here, and it's going to be a Titans are pushing it out.
Working hard now. They're just into the wave line. Let's have a see if the sea gods are going to play their part and give the reward where it's due to these guys that are working hard to stay out in front. We're having a look at a wave starting to crest. Let's see if someone can press. He's working hard. But look at this. Someone's working. He's on. Someone's up and riding. That's one. One's on. We've got two guys pressing hard. Right in the middle here. He was in third place, and he's coming down this one. Have a look at the stroke, keeping your body nice and stiff, keeping those legs driving at the back there. I keep telling my guys, keep your head down, work hard. He's going to press this all the way to the beach. This may be, let's have a look, it's Prato. Gene Prato, what an awesome swim. As I said, not his strongest leg, but surf skills definitely playing a part and giving him the benefit now of going into the board leg at least 30 or 40 on the chasing pack of 2 and 3.
Yeah, that was excellent for Gene Proto. He managed to pick up that wave at the critical points in the race, and that set him up for a 30-meter lead. He's just about to stand up and knows that this is the last leg. He's leading against a world-class field here and starting to push hard. He's very fit. He's a surf ski paddler from Durban, and he knows that if he can push through in this last leg, it should set him up for the race. In second place, we got Luke Nisbet, and in third place, Matthew Bowman. Connor both is looking for a little bit of a back wave and see if he can pull through and catch up to the pack. So we're following Gene Proto here in the front. He's going to be running hard. He knows that this is where it's going to be make or break. He's hurting a little bit, you can see, but he knows that if he plays his card right, sits next to the rip, he could come through with a win today. This will be his first win in the ADreach Ocean Heroes series and his first win in terms of Ironman racing in South Africa. Luke Nisbet, this guy is not giving up. He's starting to push hard along the beach, and he knows that there's one leg left and he can catch the guy that he trains, which is Gene Proto. In third place, we have Connor Botha, followed by Matthew Bowman. The chase is on, ladies and gentlemen. The course is favouring those who are brave and is favouring those whose skills are good. Luke's just about to pick up his board. Gene's looking a little bit tired there. He's paddling lying down. And this is where Luke could capitalise if he jumps onto his knees. In third place, Connor Botha, the Durban boy, the youngster, the champion. In fourth place, Matthew Bowman. This guy's definitely not going to give up. He's going to fight right to the end because he wants to desperately get onto that podium. You can see Gene's having a little bit of trouble going through the break. He's sort of jumped off his board, and this is where Luke's going to start to capitalize and catch up. Gene's made a little bit of a critical mistake by looking back. You don't want to look back at this stage of the game. You want to keep pushing and fight for what's yours. And you can see Luke's got the skills, he's got the ability, and he's got the fight.
The sea's not playing its part. It obviously benefited Gene on the way in, giving him a nice wave, pressing him into first place. But as I said, the sea gods have a sense of humor. So as you can see, they're jamming them all up now. So it's Luke getting right up onto the shoulder of Gene. Gene's working hard. He's still got his nose in front. Bowman's out in fourth place. Okay, looks like it's opening up a bit now for Gene. He's working hard, and have a look out in the left. Nisbet, he's also got his head down. But look at Buerta. He's now stuck his nose out in second place, and the sea's gone relatively fat. Bowman's working hard. He definitely hasn't given up. As I said to you, the ocean plays its part in every single one of these races.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be a stellar finish in my opinion. I think these guys are going to hit the beach relatively in the same position, and it's going to be a sprint finish. Who's going to have the legs? Who's going to have the endurance? Who's going to have the belief to cross the line first and to crown themselves the 2018 ADreach Ocean Heroes champion? I mean, we couldn't be asking for any more. We got 3 competitors, all 1 meter apart, fighting for the lead, and Matthew Bowman, who still believes he can take it. In first place, just crossing the line and crossing the beach here, we got Carmel Bilson. She's a champion iron woman, and she's in the lead today, and she believes she can win this final. In second place, we got Alice Edwards, and she's hunting down Carmel. She knows that that distance is manageable, that distance she can gap. Okay, going back to the men's final, we got 3 people going around the first boy. We got Luke Nisbet in first, we got Gene Potro in second, and we got the inside on the red board, Connor Botha. If Luke turns around this first can, that could mean the first run, that could mean the first 20 meters ahead, and I'll tell you what, this guy is not shy to win, Luke. He's got the ability, he's got the belief, and who can do it today? In third place, we have Tamron Rakar coming across the beach. She's a champion iron woman, and she's got huge potential in the sport, and she's showing us today that she has got the ability to be a champion. Okay, back to the men's race. I can see Luke slightly conserving as he's on that back straight. He's starting to sit up a bit, conserve his energy, because he knows as he turns around that can, it's game on. There's no turning back. It's now or never. His stroke rate started to decrease. We've got Luke Nisbet in the blue board, followed by Gene Potro. In second place, we have Connor Botha, followed by Gene Potro in third place. Luke started to pull ahead. He's got a 3 or 4 minute lead. He's working hard. He knows he can do it. He's pushing. In second place, we got Connor. Matthew's dropped back a bit. He's lying down, and he's going to start praying and saying to himself, I need a miracle here to come back to these guys. I need a wave to hopefully show that these guys, that I can still do it. Luke's starting to conserve a bit, and he's paddling hard at the right time. He's thinking to himself, okay, Luke's on a wave. Connor's just on a wave. Is he going to get down the wave? There's 2 almost on the wave. Luke's pushing. It looks like he's going to get down it. Luke's done it. Luke's missed it. And Matthew's on a wave in the back. Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be a phenomenal final. Who's going to win the 2018 ADreach Ocean Heroes event? Connor's made a mistake. He's fallen off his wave. We got Luke in front. If he plays his cards right, he should win this race unless Connor's wave catches up to Luke. I don't know if his wave will catch up. I think Luke's got this in the bag. Who knows? Who's fast up the beach? Luke can't make any mistakes here today, ladies and gentlemen. Connor's probably a faster runner, but who's going to get off first? Who's going to chase? Luke's off first, ladies and gentlemen. The race is on for the final. The 2018 Ocean Heroes ADreach. Luke's running hard. Connor's chasing. There's 60 meters left. Who's going to win the final? Put your hands together for the 2018 champion. I can't even call it. Who won the final today? I don't know who won that final. We're going to have to go back to the cameras. It was so close. In third place, we got Gene Potro, followed by Matthew Bowman, the champion. Ladies and gentlemen, we couldn't have asked for more in this final. These guys pushed it to the end and did everything they can to show their caliber. Let's go to the ladies' race. Okay, we're moving to the ladies' race today. In the first place, at first place, it looks like difficult to tell who that is from this position. It looks like Alice Edwards. She's in front.
Okay, we're on the ladies' leader right now. Who's that? Alice Edwards.
It looks like Alice Edwards in front. She's still pushing hard. She's still coming up the beach. It looks like she's going to claim the title today for the 2018 ADreach Ocean Heroes race. She's hitting the beach first. She's coming up for a run leg. Let's put our hands together for the ladies winner. This is Alice Edwards from Powered Surf Life Swimming Club, coached by Luke Nisbet. He's going to be proud of his competitor. She's running up strong. She obviously had a great paddle out because she went into the water, I think it was second. And she's shown true caliber today and showing what it means to be a champion.
John, have you announced it yet?